So how satisfied are the American people with things like Social Security and Medicare? Well, according to reports, Americans are actually somewhat satisfied with these two programs. And I want to address what's going on here, but also I want to give you the numbers behind the latest Gallup poll that shows how satisfied and dissatisfied people are with some of the programs that we have here in the United States. But here's what we are going to address today. We're going to address Social Security. We know 45% of Americans feel satisfied with the current state of Social Security and Medicare. Now, are you satisfied with it? I'm going to break down the numbers in just a second, but first I just want to say this. One of the reasons why more Americans are somewhat satisfied with the current results of the Social Security and Medicare is because of the ongoing discussions. That's the main reason. Not because they're satisfied with the amount of money that they're getting, not because they're satisfied with potentially seeing Social Security or Medicare become insolvent within the next 10 years. Obviously, that's not a good thing, but the fact that lawmakers are at least discussing increasing benefits, increasing revenue, ensuring that the programs stay solvent for the next potentially 70 years, this is something that is showing positivity to the American people. So that's the good news. Now, let's break down the numbers really quick. We know 63% of Americans over the age of 65, they feel satisfied with Social Security and Medicare. Well, obviously, people that are over the age of 65 are probably pretty happy with Social Security at this point. Again, 63% say yes, they're satisfied. But why is that? Well, according to a recent report, the reason why people over the age of 65 are happy with it is because it's still there. The numbers are likely going to drop as you get younger, though. Just look at this. 43%, so a 20% drop of adults aged between 50 and 64 are satisfied. And what about people that are 18 to 29? Well, they're only 35% satisfied with this program. And it's because it might not be there when they're going to attempt to collect, or they're not going to get 100%. If anything, they'll get maybe 77, 78% of their full benefit. So again, it's a huge reduction. Now, let's talk about one other thing, and that is what's coming for Social Security, right? This is the big question everybody wants to know. Here's what I can tell you. There's nobody out there that knows for sure what's going to happen with Social Security. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I have no say. I have no pull. I'm not a president. I am not the Speaker of the House. I am not the Senate Majority Leader. I am just a guy on YouTube. The reason why I bring this up is because even the Speaker of the House, even the President, even the Senate Majority Leader cannot tell us what is going to happen with Social Security. Why? Because they don't have all the power. The power is divided. President Biden does not have all the power. He can veto a bill, and that is about it. He can express his concerns and his wishes. That's about it. The Speaker of the House can put a bill on the floor to vote for it, but the Speaker of the House is a Republican. This is Republican Kevin McCarthy. We are not going to see his version of a bill for Social Security go to the Senate, and the Senate Majority Leader, who is Democrat Chuck Schumer, he's not going to put that on the floor. They're not going to vote for it. So I bring this up that right now there's just it's too divided, but some say that a divided Congress is the ideal time to pass any legislation for Social Security. So we will see. Now, I know these numbers. The 63% of Americans over the age of 65, they're satisfied with Social Security. 43% of those between 50 and 64 are satisfied, and 35% of those between 18 and 29 are satisfied. I know those numbers. Those don't look great, right? They're still very low, but in this Gallup poll, it also revealed that the Americans are a little more satisfied with this program than other programs. One of the programs that we are very happy with is our military. This report indicates that 64% of Americans are satisfied with our nation's military at this point. But we are also very dissatisfied in other parts of this, of the different programs that the United States offers. For example, 72% of those polled are dissatisfied with the current state of our economy. This includes inflation. This includes our employment. Everything that has to do with the economy. 72% are dissatisfied. We also know 83% are dissatisfied with the nation's efforts to deal with poverty. But look at this. I want to show you this. Look right here. So right here you can see, this is the Gallup poll. So right here, 62% are dissatisfied with the nation's campaign finance laws. You got 83% that are dissatisfied with the nation's effort to deal with poverty and homelessness. Right? We got 72% that are dissatisfied with the state of the nation's economy. 69% that are dissatisfied with the nation's policies regarding the abortion issue. 71% that are dissatisfied about the amount Americans pay in federal taxes. Well, I thought that number would be a lot higher than that, but only 71%. 70% are dissatisfied with the nation's policies to reduce or control crime. 63% are dissatisfied with the level of immigration into the country today, and so on and so forth, right? Look at this one. 61% of people polled are dissatisfied with the availability of affordable health care. There's a lot of people that are dissatisfied in what the United States is doing, but what I can tell you is this. We know that the American people are now starting to get a voice. And why are we getting a voice? We're getting a voice because it was seen in the midterm election that just happened in 2023, or was it 2023? 2022? Yeah, 2022. Forgetting the years. Anyway, this previous midterm election that happened in 2022, this election showed that it wasn't just a runaway for Democrats. It wasn't a runaway for Republicans. And a lot of it was mixed. The results were mixed. So now that we are seeing that the American people aren't happy, they didn't vote for the people that some Republicans thought they were going to vote for, or Democrats thought they would vote for, and that's a problem. So now what we're seeing, at least according to multiple reports, is that the American people are going to have a voice. They are going to be promised things for the upcoming election, for the upcoming presidential election. So who we vote for in 2024 is going to matter. This is going to be a big deal. Is it going to be re-electing President Joe Biden? Is it going to be electing for a second term former President Donald Trump? Is it going to be somebody else? Maybe Ron DeSantis from Florida. Who knows? Maybe Governor Newsom from California. We don't know who's going to be there, but what we do know is the American people are now looking for more of a say. We're going to have a say in what's going on. We don't want to see that things aren't happening when we were just promised a $200 increase to Social Security. We don't want that. We don't want to be promised that we will get all of our student loan debt paid off and forgiven up to $10,000 just to see that it gets blocked, and there's a good chance it will never happen. We don't want to see that. Okay? So what happens moving forward is we're going to see the fights continue. We will see more happen for Social Security and Medicare. We'll at least see more updates very soon. As we get those updates, I promise I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.